morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. It's time for some morning joy, and I'm here with Jean Lorio. I'm so excited. Jean, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello, everybody.
It's so good to have you here. I'm just going to find it on my phone so I can share it out. And there we are. It's showing us live. Sometimes I never know when I go on Facebook if we're going to show up or not. But we are here, and I'm going to start sharing it to my timeline. Let's do that. We got people jumping in. So, Jean, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, except I'm just not technically smart, you know?
That's okay.
I still don't know how the little people get in the TV box. I mean, you know, that's how bad I am.
I know. It's a mystery, you know.
It's a mystery. I think it is. I mean,
they want to keep it a mystery.
They travel along the air and all of a sudden they're there. I mean, it's a miracle.
I love it. I love learning new things too. So when I can figure something out, you know, I'm happy.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm just, let me share one more place and then we are going to get this party started. And Wendy, hopefully you shared it into the group. I always skip that because I know that you're so good. Okay, so I'm done sharing. If everyone would help us to share it out, we'll get our family in here.
I get to see the comments. Right now, all I see is you and me.
Okay, you have to go to Facebook to see the comments because we don't see those on Zoom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's not.
I've got so much open now. I don't even know what I've got open.
You probably have Facebook open somewhere.
I know. I have one of them because I was on Angelic River Family, and then you couldn't find me, so I went to Enlightened World, and so I have multiple Facebook pages open.
Well, I'm sure we're on one of those Facebook pages. But it's not letting me pull up the video. I shared it, but now it's showing me I can't play the video. Okay, this is a weird technological morning. That's interesting. Okay. But anyway, we do have people on. I can't see who they are until they make a comment.
They can see us.
I think they can see us because they're commenting to us. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think I just need to turn my phone off and turn it back on again.
Okay.
My phone's tired. So let me do that. I'll turn my phone off.
5:30 in the morning here.
It's 5:30 in the morning. Jean, you are a trooper.
Well, this is the time I have to get up to see the program. And I try every day, but like yesterday, overslept. So, you know.
No, I saw that comment. How dare you oversleep?
I know, and it's on such an important day, you know.
Jean, where are you?
I'm in El Paso, Texas.
You're in Texas. Oh my gosh.
In Mexico.
I knew there was a country accent.
Oh, I do. When I look out my window, that one, you can see Mexico.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You're that close.
Yes, I am. But I'm in a good location because I can see the mountains, the Franklin Mountains on one side and Mexico on the other side. And then we used to have nothing but desert. When we first moved here, we had nothing but desert on the other side to the east. And now there's houses all the way down. I mean, it's just grown and grown. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Don't like riding on the freeway anymore.
Oh, me either, girl. I take Archangel Michael with me every time I get in my car.
Yeah. Yeah, put up his shield because you never know.
Exactly. Look out for everyone else. Okay, so I rebooted my phone and now let's see if I can get the live so I can see who all is with us this morning. And have some people making comments. If you're here, say hello to us so we know you're here. Because obviously technology is not working real well today. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I was going to say I have that effect on technology.
Yeah, I have taught myself everything I know about technology. I've never taken a computer class or anything else. I just kind of wing it until I figure it out.
Yeah,
So we have Luann, Sharon
Sharon.
Boyle,
Hi, Sharon.
Hope Wellington Marshall is with us.
Hope.
Prachir is here. Prachir, I saw your message that you're going to have to delete your Facebook account, and we're very sad about that.
Yeah.
But thank you for being with us this morning. So we can.
We're gonna miss talking to them all the time.
Absolutely. He says today will be the last time I'll be going from my Facebook account. We'll be deleting my account after today's show. Well, thank you for being with us. Yeah, we'll hope you
with us.
Yeah, we'll hook you up every day.
They'll always be with us.
Always. Yeah. And Sharon says that she stayed up really late and went to bed at 4:44 a.m. Sharon, I know you were up.
This morning.
Yeah, she was there chanting with us last night, and then she was. We were messaging after that, so I know you were up late, girlfriend. And Jordan De La Rosa is here. She says, Jean, your voice and laugh is so sweet.
Aw, thanks, Jordan. I didn't, one of the reasons I didn't want to come on is because everybody's so gifted and talented. And I thought, well, but I'm just me. I don't have any gifts or talent.
Are you? And you're beautiful. And I just love your energy. And, everybody's gifted in their own way. So
that's true.
No comparison. You're here, you're beautiful, and that's all. That's enough that's needed in this world. Well, be yourself, and that's what you are.
Yeah, I've been praying to the angels a lot and asking them. I said, you got me into this now. You helped me through this. And they said, just be you.
Just be you.
Tell the truth, which kind of makes me wonder if I but be truthful. Be truthful.
Be truthful to who you are.
Yeah. That's what they said. So
I love that message for you. For all of us. For all of us. Be your authentic self. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, who else is here? Sally De La Rosa. She says she used to live down that way in Aranza Pass, Texas. The Gulf of Mexico was our backyard, and wow, do I miss it.
We don't go to Mexico. We've been, I don't want to say that we haven't been, but the way things are now, we're a little bit hesitant to go. We might not get back.
Isn't that the truth? I would be hesitant too.
Yeah. It is a marvelous country. Yeah. I even have thoughts of moving there, but my husband said no way. So
yeah, I don't know if I want to live there. Yeah, I've never had a draw to it.
Well, my mother was Mexican, so I have a draw to it. I'm a very interesting combination of German and Mexican.
Okay.
So if you ever wanted to know what one of those look like, this is it.
That is an interesting combination. I have German Irish along with Cherokee and me. So yeah, all of those different aspects. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, they met in the Army. They were both in the Army during World War II. That shows you how old I am.
You're very young.
I was born at the end of World War II. Really? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, I think you are amazing, my dear.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm so glad that you are part of our family and that you're here with us today.
Your family saved my life. It really has. When you've been an oddball all your life and you finally find someplace where you actually fit, you know, and everybody's so loving and kind and beautiful. You know, it just, you just feel home.
Yes, it feels like home, doesn't it?
It
That's how
does.
it felt for me too when our family grew to where it is. And you know, everybody comes in every day and shares love. And that's what family does. You know, true family, soul family.
Yeah.
So glad that this happened and that you're with us
Oh,
and
well, thank you.
part of it.
I
Part of
love
that.
being here. And you've seen me through some hard times. I lost my puppy and all kinds of things, yes.
Yeah.
But he used to love to be with me when I watched, but
He's still
he's just in another place. He's on the other side of the veil.
right. His spirit is still there with you watching. And he's proud of you this morning.
Oh.
Just imagine if he was still there in the physical watching you and seeing you up on the screen.
You had a dog.
I had a dog. I lost her 7 years ago. She was the love of my life. That dog was so full of energy and had so much personality. But she got very sick. I was living in Arizona at the time, and she got very sick and passed quickly. Yeah, I love animals.
You know, if she had a dragon.
If she had a dragon.
I know that sounds a little odd.
Sure, no, I love dragons. I'm sure she probably did because she was so full of life and she loved to play. She played, she would dive. We had a swimming pool out back and she would dive into the pool from the deck. It was so fun to watch her. You could bounce a ball and have it go up in the air, and she would jump up in the air to catch the ball and dive into the pool. She was amazing. And she's still with me. I still feel her every so often. She'll come in, and she had this big fluffy tail because she had a part of her was golden retriever and part was husky. So she had this huge fluffy tail. And yeah, and she would come by and she would just smack me with that tail when she was all excited.
The reason I asked, and maybe everybody'd like to know, is right before Buddy passed, Anne was doing a dragon meditation.
Right.
And my dragon came in, but all of a sudden this other dragon came. And I looked at him and I said, I know you can have more than one dragon. I think you have more than one. But I said, who are you? Because I don't know. Well, I'm Carl. And he said, somebody's dragon. And he says, I just want you to know that I will take him over in my arms and that I'll take care of him and he's going to be fine. So you don't have to worry anymore.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
And you know, it just, and I haven't worried that much because I know that if nothing else, Carl is taking care of them. So,
taking care of Buddy. Yeah, absolutely. I fully believe that. I have two dragons myself. They're twins. So they're like always hanging out. I live by a pool. I open my door and the pool's right there. And I feel like they go out and play in the pool a lot. You know, I see the movement in the pool. Yeah, they love water.
They do. Yeah. Well, mine I thought was real little because I've always seen her small. And then the other day, through meditation, we went to the healing pool. If anybody hasn't done that, they need to do that. It's marvelous. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we went to the healing pool and she was there and she says, look, and she got really big. And she, you know, she said, I can be big when I want to be big.
That's right.
It really was fascinating.
Yeah, the healing pool, it's such an amazing place. And the angels brought that vision to Dr. Ruth in our meditation time. And just feel that energy of being. You know, it's like there's no other way to describe it. You're just there and everything else falls away. You're just there. And I love to do that meditation.
It is. It's beautiful. So I recommend it if anybody hasn't tried it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we do it a lot. So it's
How's
time to do it
Luna?
again, I think.
How's Luna, Terry? How's
I'm
Luna?
sorry.
I wonder how Luna is.
I heard from Stacy last night,
Oh, it's
and I
Stacy.
think Luna's improving a lot. So
I saw her X-rays.
yes, that was a really tough accident, to be so tiny and to have that happen. But she's versatile, and she says she's getting back to her spunky self again. So we're really glad to hear that news.
She's a
And
survivor.
My Shantae went home yesterday. She's so happy that she's home with her family.
Well, she won't get her card then, but anyway.
Yes, she will. I told her that there were cards coming to the hospital, and she said they'll forward it to her home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I put her home address in the letters of love in our group. So you all can continue to send her get well wishes, because it's going to be 3 weeks of treatment at home for this to clear out of her system.
Yeah.
So Jean, let's see who else is in here with us this morning. We have, I think I said good morning to Wendy. We have Deirdre, Prachetta, Carol Ann, Becky, Jeanette Wasilowski. Good morning to you. Julie Kiss.
You're also lovely.
I know. Sally De La Rosa, Jordan De La Rosa. We have Antoinette.
Jordan's so
Is
Gabby here? I've been wondering. Gabby?
Gabby, I haven't scrolled all the way down yet, but I'm looking. Hope Wellington Marshall is here. And Antoinette Hensley says it's 6:30 in the morning here in Missouri. Antoinette, I don't think I've seen you on the live before. Welcome. And let's see who else is here. Tracy Steele is here. And she's also in Missouri.
I was born in Missouri.
Were you? I was born in Kentucky. Not too far away from you.
Remember, I told you we beat your school for the NCAA championship in 1966. That's when my husband and I were courting. And we went to every single game. And at the after the season, we got married.
So Luann says, Jean, your energy is felt all the way over here on the east coast of Canada.
Oh, how sweet.
And Jeanette says, Jean, you have beautiful energy. Yes, just be you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, I said, well, I'm just so boring. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh my gosh.
I took a picture of where I used, before the virus, I used to do volunteer work. I don't know how this will do on the screen. This is where I used to do my volunteer work. Can you see that?
Yeah, hold it back just a little bit toward you. There you go. That's beautiful.
It's a lacan. It's
a what?
It's called a lacan. It's actually a temple, but we weren't supposed to say that word.
Right.
University.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's from Bhutan. And it's the only one in the United States. And here's I did a couple of them so I could show you. Here's the altar part.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Guru Rinpoche on one side and Shadrung on the other side. So the only thing I know about is Bhutan, which is a marvelous country. Have you heard of it?
I have, yes.
Yeah, they're Buddhist. See, there's the other part. And I admire them. They've kept their culture, and they're a people full of love. They really are. They're not perfect, but they are. They're full of love.
Full of love, absolutely. I agree. Oh, Jean, thank you for sharing those. I love the pictures. I love the energy that I'm feeling from those pictures.
Oh, you step into that place and it's like a blanket of peace falls over.
Mhm.
I don't know how to explain. Well, if you've ever met a monk, have you ever
Yes.
met a monk? You know
Yes.
that energy that you get from the monks? That's what's
Yes.
in that lacan. And you walk in there and just a whole sense of peace falls over you.
Oh, I
So,
love this. Are y'all loving this? Let's give Jean some love. Because I totally agree. I went to an ashram, oh gosh, probably close to 40 years ago now. And that's what you're saying. You walk in and it is just peace, just so much peace there. I love it.
so, so I
We,
used to get to do that, but not
yeah,
anymore. I don't know what will happen when the virus is, you know, over.
I know there's so many unknowns, and we'll see what happens with all of this transition and places starting to open back up, and
Mhm.
just pray for the best. That's all we can do right now, is
Yes.
envision the future that we want to see. John Fiore is with us. Good morning, John. Behave yourself in our group today. He says he would like a dragon.
He would like, well, he has one. He just needs a connection.
I know. That's true. We all have them. We just have to wake up to them.
Yep.
Let's see who else is with us. Diana's here. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
And you woke up early today, Diana. She usually comes in toward the end. Don Garfield is here. Sherry Seymour.
Diana from the playground.
Mhm. Yeah.
She is so gentle. I don't know how to explain it. Her
It's a
voice,
gentle energy.
she's just so gentle.
Mhm.
It's,
Right. Very peaceful.
yes, she is. Yes, she is.
See what Jordan says. My unofficially adopted daughter graduates in just over 2 weeks. We get to watch her walk across the stage to receive her high school diploma. I'm so dang proud of her. We are too, Jordan. If you want to post her first name, we'll all congratulate her. I think that's awesome.
Well, Jordan's only about 2 years older than her, isn't she? Jordan's
Um,
so young. Huh?
yeah, very young. I
Yeah.
know. And I'm not a good judge of ages at
Age.
all, but I know that there's a real young energy from her.
Mhm.
And Sharon Boyle is asking where Bhutan is. She asked if it's in the Middle East.
It is. It's right below China and right above India. It's kind of wedged in there. And it used to be, well, I said that wrong, but I'm kind of, I hate to say this, I'm kind of biased. Tibet used to be right above Bhutan. And there is still a Tibet there, but it's not the Dalai Lama's Tibet. They have their own Tibet.
Yeah, I had heard some of the history of that area.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama is actually now living in India. They
Yes,
welcome him and yeah, he just had a birthday.
I know.
Information that nobody really cares about. But
You know,
it's a very small country. They only have about 250,000 people, so it's not real big. And
right.
you can go there. Anybody could go there, and they welcome you. I don't know. They only had, the last time I checked, they only had about 3 cases of the virus, and they were all from people who were visiting. Um, so, but people, even in little houses, I mean, you just go and knock on their house and they'll welcome you in. They'll put you up for the night, feed you. They're marvelous people. So they kind of resonated with me. They're so kind.
Yeah, we were talking, Ruth Anderson, Deb and I were talking last year about if we could meet anybody in the world, who would it be? Who would we want to sit with, and just talk? And for me, it's the Dalai Lama. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth. There was no question. I would just love to sit in his presence. And I don't know if he still is, but I know you can make appointments to meet with him. Anybody can. So I'm hoping it's still that way, but I don't know with, like you said, with the virus and everything, we don't know what we can do and what we can't do anymore.
That's true. I'm reading a book right now you would love. It's called The Dalai Lama's Cat. And it's a fiction book written from the viewpoint of the cat. But what I really love about it is that it gives you insight into the man or the Dalai Lama. You know, it gives you insight into him. And it's really cute. And the cat is like learning to not be a vain cat. You know, cats are. And he's learning from the Dalai Lama about, you know, being enlightened.
Being enlightened.
It's really cute.
I've watched so many videos of him and just listened to him. He has humor. Oh my God, he has a great sense of humor and just so genuine. I love his energy. I love it.
He said something years ago that impressed me so much. He said, we were put on this earth to help each other. But if you can't help, at least don't hurt.
Oh, I love that.
And I just stuck in my heart, because to me, kindness is the most wonderful act of love you can give, you know, so it just resonated with me.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that saying, Jean. I'll have to write that down.
Well, it's not mine, it's his, so.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to write that down because I just absolutely love that. Sharon Boyle was asking about the temple. Oops, I called it a temple. She said, you used to work there, Jean. What did you do there?
Oh, I was a docent, and I was a volunteer. I didn't work as a paid person. I was a volunteer. And people come in and I'd explain to them about the temple. It's really kind of amazing because I had to learn all about Buddhism because I did not know. Well, I knew that they were kind, you know, that my sister-in-law told me later, she says, well, you've always been a Buddhist anyway. So I don't know what she meant exactly by that, but a lot of what they feel, I feel, you know, the compassion and everything. And so I would just explain to them about the temple mostly, but once in a while someone wouldn't know much about Buddhism. And so I'd have to explain that a little bit. But I don't say I'm a Buddhist, and I don't say I'm an expert. And the Buddhists that would come in, because we had people from all over the world come see that. And I would tell them, if I say anything wrong, if I make a misstep, please correct me, because I'm not Buddhist.
Right.
And they're always so sweet and nice. And I got a lot of those little string bracelets, you know, that they give you as a gift. And I didn't even really know what the meaning of them were until I been reading the Dalai Lama's Cat. And now I realize they're a lot more precious than they're like a prayer that they give you. So, but anyway, I enjoyed it because I got to meet people from all over the world.
That's so interesting and beautiful. And I'm sure they loved you just like we're loving on you this morning.
Well, I really loved them. One of the higher ups at the university, it had a meeting and he asked us all to explain about a bad experience we had had. And when he got to me, I said, I haven't had any bad experience. And he looked at me. I said, no, seriously, if someone comes in a little bit grumpy or negative, kind word or a smile or something, it just changes them around. And I've never had, in the 3.5 years I've been here, I've never had a bad experience. So that's why I love that place. It just kind of resonated that way.
Yeah. Right. And you're so right, Jean. A smile can change the day for people. Mm-hmm. It may be the only smile they see. And I know we have to wear the mask right now when we go out and about, but your smile can travel up to your eyes. If you're really, truly smiling, it's going to show, it's going to be reflected. And before we had to wear masks, when I was walking down the grocery aisles, I would look at people and smile at them. Because my thought was, they may not be getting that from anybody else. So I'm going to show them one. And, it makes such a difference.
The other day, the grocery store lady, she passed me and I said hello, and she went down a little ways and I said, I don't know why I smile. Nobody can see the smile anyway. She says, oh yes, I can see your smile. So they do. You're right. The eyes give it away.
The eyes definitely do. On my mask that I wear now, I wrote, keep smiling. And everywhere I go, if I'm wearing that, the cashiers, the people that I pass, they really respond to that message. Mm-hmm. Just keep smiling, even though that your mouth is covered up, you are smiling. Your whole essence is smiling.
Right.
Jordan had to leave. She said she worked all night, and so she's going to get some rest. We love you, Jordan, and congratulations to Kayla, which is her adopted daughter, her unofficially adopted daughter. And Charles joined us. Charles Coons, good morning, and so did Stacy. And Stacy says that Luna is doing great.
Oh, I'm so glad
to hear that. And Carol Allen said His Holiness turned 85, I think. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, he's up there.
And Prachetta says Bhutan has closed its borders.
Well, they were a forbidden country for many, many years, and they just barely opened their borders maybe, I would say 50 years ago. They haven't been open to the public. And I'm losing my voice. So I can see them doing that, but it's for the virus, because they really like people coming. They're a very strange country because they're a democracy, but they have a king. And
yes, they do.
Active king, and then they have a parliament. Mm-hmm. So the king is very concerned about maintaining their culture, and that's one reason that they limit the people who come. Yeah.
Marietta's with us this morning. She says, Ed, who is her husband, Ed and I have been to Bhutan. Their motto is gross national happiness.
Yes, it is.
And let's give some happiness and joy to Marietta. She's the birthday girl today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
She needs to make all of us hearts. It was beautiful, her heart that she made.
Oh my gosh, I love that heart so much. And it has such energy in it. Well, first of all, I know who made it, and that all that love that she poured into making it. But I just love the energy that it gives out. And I've made a backdrop with it, and just, I meditate on that. It's like when I chant, I look at the heart, because I want to bring more of that love forward out of me. So thank you, Marietta, for being the beautiful soul that you are in this world, and for giving us accept a line allow, accept a line allow. Hey, it's your birthday now, accept a line allow. I sing that song all the time now, ever since she taught it to me. And let's see, who else we got? I think that's all. I said hello to everyone that jumped in. So Carol Allen says, I agree, Terry. I used to smile at everyone and still do. especially those who seem distracted. Yeah. You know, I have a story about smiling from a dear friend of mine. And she told me this story, oh gosh, probably about 10 years ago now, that she had gone to a high school reunion and she ran into a guy there that she didn't really know, didn't remember a whole lot from high school, but he came up to her and he told her how she saved his life. And she goes, "What do you mean?" And he told her that there was one day that she walked by and she smiled at him and said hello, said good morning or something, along that line, how you doing, whatever. And he said he had planned on killing himself that day. And that her smile and her warmth was what decided for him that maybe not, maybe there are some good people in the world. And he was still around to tell that story to her. We never know, do we? We never know the power that we have to influence other people, even if it's just a smile, a good morning, whatever it might be, to show that kindness, Jean, that you were talking about, to show kindness to other people.
Well, it's easy to love the people who love you. And you show love to people, I guess, that you think you're expected to show love to. But to me, kindness is a love we show everybody. To be kind means that you love the human race. You love everybody and you see them as a loving soul, So that's why kindness is, I used to teach my kids that kindness was the most important thing, to be kind.
Absolutely. And, it's like namaste, the light, the soul that's in me recognizes the soul that's in you. So when we smile, that's what we're doing. We're showing that. We're showing the namaste that I see you, I acknowledge you. So it's so important to really acknowledge other people. We're not the only one on this planet.
We're taught namaste.
Namaste. The more love, the more joy that we can bring into life. And it makes a difference. It really makes a difference. Yes. And Marietta is one of those people that I call her my angel of joy, because she does just exude that from her, that happiness, that peace, that joy that's inside. So Marietta, I hope your birthday is absolutely amazing.
Now, is she the one who owns Buddha? The dragon, the bearded dragon, or the lizard?
No, but she lives nearby there.
Oh, okay.
No, Marietta she lives in a place in the Keys that's like on I don't know what you call it. It's on the water, but you can see like how the houses all around, and everybody knows her for her hearts, and her hearts are all over the Keys in this area in Key Largo, and just beautiful energy. Yeah, she's so giving and so loving. So Marietta, we're praising you today. So just accept it.
Sweetheart. She did. When you had her on, she seemed so sweet.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
Sharon Boyle says, I try to talk to dear elderly people, especially ones who are alone, and make them laugh and smile. And Sharon Boyle makes all of us laugh and smile, doesn't she?
She does.
What an amazing soul you are, Sharon. Thank you. Sharon is going to do a sound healing this morning. Did you know that?
I know. I'm gonna catch it. So yes.
At 11 o'clock.
I love her bowls.
And Jeanette Wasilowski says, Jean, your gift is your presence. You are a beautiful soul.
Oh, it's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, I think that comes out because of this family. This family brings out the best in us. So.
We all bring out the best in each other, don't we? But you are amazing. I want you to know that. Catherine Kovacs is with us. Hi, Catherine. And who else came in? Tamara and Louise, good morning to you. Tamron says, I just found out my mom's got stage 4 lung cancer. Oh, darling. Tamron, we do a prayer time at the end of this show, which is coming up really soon. Oh my goodness, it can't really be that time. So we're going to put your mom in that circle this morning for prayer. And Catherine says she's feeling much better. Catherine, I'm so glad to hear that. And let's see, Jennifer Langren, my friend from down here in Miami, is on with us. Good morning, Jennifer. All right, so I'm going to type in for anybody to put in prayer requests if you would like. And Jean, do you have anyone you want to put in the prayer circle this morning?
Well, my neighbor's nephew, who was in that motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Now, but they've got
awesome.
But they've got them all pieced together with metal, and he's suffering an awful lot. So let's put him in there. Aaron in.
What's his name?
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay.
At least I'm hoping that's what his name is, because my memory sometimes.
Yeah, I put your neighbor, Aaron. Okay.
That'd be wonderful. Yes.
Suzanne DeBozy just came in. Good morning, Suzanne. And I just put up that it's time for any prayer requests that you all have. You know, we share a lot of laughs on this show. We share a lot of camaraderie and uplifting energy. We also share our burdens. And when we can share the burdens, then it's not so heavy for any one person because we all lift those up. So anybody you want to put in there, just type in their name in the comments, or you can just hold it in your heart because God knows what's in our heart. So absolutely. And Jeanette says, beautiful conversation, ladies and everyone here. Love and blessings to you all. Jeanette, thank you. You are such a beautiful person. I love you so much. And thank you for being with us this morning. Deirdre says, everyone who's suffering now, and world peace, of course.
And of course.
Stacy says, Jean, I love your sweet voice.
Oh, thank you. I love what Karen says all the time. What is it? That we have health, that everyone has health, that that there's no more suffering in the world. What is it she says at the end of the chant?
May we all be free from suffering. May we all have peace in our hearts.
Right.
And may we be our very best that we can be. And that comes from SGI, the Soka Gaya. And I have that app on my phone, and you can chant. There's the chanting of Nam Myoho Renge Kyo is on there, and you can play that and chant along with it. I've been doing that as well. And yesterday I did it while I was holding the mudra with my hand, the mudra position. And I'm so, so grateful to Navriti, who came on yesterday and taught us about the mudras, and so excited that I'm practicing them. And I did it for 15 minutes while I chanted Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I tell you what, it makes a difference. You just really feel lifted when you do that.
Sharon I think it was Sharon who put on a guide on the mantras, and it's real good too. I'm going to be practicing, and I know I'm being chatty Cathy today, but
You're awesome.
I did wanted to ask everybody, since they're all here, does anybody have the I don't know what you would call it, but the sense of when there's an earthquake going to happen? I have this thing where I feel this. If I were in Star Wars, I would say an activity in the Force, and and I feel that there's an earthquake. Mm-hmm. The reason I'm asking that is I've been feeling a lot of that since we got locked down, since everything started changing.
Right.
Mother Gaia is doing this rumbling underneath the earth, like she's changing. And I just wondered if anybody else was having that sense,
That's a great question and a great topic, Jean. There's so much change on Mother Gaia right now, and there's so many shifts in the energy that's coming through. So yeah, that's a great question. Let's put that out there, and let's just pray, hope and pray that if there is an earthquake that happens, that there's no loss of life and no huge damage from it. So I know that's a very destructive thing that happens.
They just had one in Mexico. But no, I don't get the sense of an earthquake. I just feel like she's realigning or something.
Realigning, exactly.
Wondered if anybody else, you know, I've been kind of oddball all my life, but I just wondered if anybody else was getting that feeling.
Let's ask that question. Okay. And I know for myself, the energies are, oh my gosh, they're off the charts right now. We're in the harmonic convergence with all the planets lining up. And I've been doing the meditation the last couple of nights to bring in communication from the other planets, from extraterrestrials. And there's a chant that you do, the Who chant, to put out energy. And there's tones that are going out from all over the world to bring in communication with anyone who wants to communicate with us from other planets. So that's going on, I think, for 12 days, the harmonic convergence meditations, and it happens at different times. So if anybody wants any information on that, I can certainly put that out and join in with us, join in to reach out. You know, we're not the only ones in this galaxy. So let's open it up and have some communication for sure. And Jean, that may be a lot of what you're feeling too, is that harmonic convergence.
It could be, you know.
Absolutely. All right, let's see what other prayer requests we have. Suzanne DeBozy says, healing for my surgery, recovery from last Wednesday. Absolutely, we'll do that. And Stacy says, I need some prayers. I'm dealing with some things and I need strength. We will definitely do that. Sherry Seymour, her grandson, Cam Clayton Morrison. Tamarin asked for Louise Henrik for prayers, please. Catherine, pray for Michael's brother, his mom, his friend Steve, mine, and my mom. Absolutely. Julie, my friend Michelle's cat Pookie in the vet hospital on a feeding tube. Oh, darling. Definitely will lift that little one up. Prachetta, prayers for Claire's son. His name is Charlie. Let's lift Charlie up. For Shantae, Wendy, Tony, for excellent health. Special prayers for Tracy, David, Prachir, Neil, and Minama. Special happiness prayers for my dearest Teri. Thank you. I love that. I love that compassionate prayer that you always do for us. Thank you, Prachetta. Charles asked for prayers for my good friend Joyce, who is battling cancer. And Sharon Boyle typed in that saying that you were asking about, Jean. It's may all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all people know peace and love.
Oh, great. That's so beautiful.
It really is. Jeanette Wesolowski asked for Robert Smith Jr. that he finds peace within his heart. He is homeless and suffers from mental illness.
Thank you.
Sally De La Rosa, prayers for Prachir to never move too far from this family. Prayers for Tony's new meds to arrive today, and prayers for myself as I have had an upset tummy for 4 days now. Yeah, there was one of the mudras, Sally, that were specifically for the stomach and any issues. I'll have to look at that and see which one it is, and let's get you doing that mudra so we can resolve that tummy issue for sure. And Sally's answering your question, Jean. She says, sometimes I do, and I have said that a huge one is coming.
Oh.
Okay, Stacy says, I've had a feeling in my body that changes are happening. I haven't been able to put a finger on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sally says, we are going to feel this in Michigan as well. Well, not while I'm there, Sally. Or maybe I'll bring the earthquake with me. Who knows? Let's see, do we have any other prayer requests? Erica Hoppy just joined us. Hi, Erica. Oh my goodness. And Israel Kelly. Israel, I have not seen you in a while, my friend. I hope you're doing well. He says, greetings, dear family, love and light, and we are one. We absolutely are one. Thank you for coming on with us this morning. And Carol Ann Allen asked for prayers for her sister-in-law's family this morning, the loss of her niece Jennifer from cancer. And Jennifer was very young. So this is really a hard thing for them to accept that she's gone. Definitely prayers for that. And it is our prayer time. Our meditation. I know, Jean, that's what I'm saying. Every morning this happens. Every morning when I have a guest on and we're talking and chatting, and then all of a sudden it's like, where did this hour go? We just have too much fun.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Oh my gosh. It's been our
I just wish I could see everybody. You know, when we pray, I try to picture everybody, but it's getting so big. My circle is getting bigger and bigger.
It's getting bigger. We're growing again too. We've had a lot of new people that have come into our group. It's the Angelic River family. For anyone who is not in the group, we would love to have you there. And yeah, we have such a great group that lifts each other up. We share a lot of positive energy. We share when someone needs an uplifting or healing or anything that's going on with them emotionally. And yeah, it's a beautiful energy that happens in our group. So if you're not part of us, please consider doing that. And Israel says, let's add gratitude in our prayers. Absolutely. Israel, I think this is the first time you've been on our show in the morning. We do this every day. And at the end of the circle, in the end of the meditation, we give gratitude to everyone that's here, everyone that will listen and hear the words. And then we share love. Our religion is love. We're not a religious group. We are a spiritual group that just loves each other and lifts each other up with love. And Prachetta says, a small suggestion, can we one day do a Zoom meeting? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I had talked about that before, of having anyone who wants to come in for a show, anybody that wants to be on, to come into Zoom, and we can do that for a morning show. So let's do that really soon. I'll look at when my next open day is to not have a co-host, and we'll do that. Thank you for that suggestion, Prachetta. I love you so much. So let's go ahead and start to center with the breath. And you all know I love to touch my heart space because that brings the focus in to be very heart-centered. So breathing in deeply, we fill our lungs completely with that wonderful life-giving oxygen, breathing it right into our lungs, filling them up like balloons, and expanding that energy down into our body. See it going all the way down to the bottom of your lungs, expanding out through the diaphragm, expanding your belly out, really taking in that deep, deep breath. And then releasing that, releasing anything that's unlike love, anything that's not serving you, any emotions that are running around inside that are keeping you from your joy, from your bliss. Let's let go of those right now. And then on your next breath in, add something that brings you happiness, something that makes you smile, whether that's a person, a picture, nature, whatever it might be, an animal. Bring that energy into your heart. Just focus on what that is that brings you that bliss. And fill up your lungs with that. Fill up that energy of love deep inside of you. And I love to say the mantra, only love is welcome here. When you take that breath in, let it be full of love, full of gratitude, full of happiness and joy. And then exhale out anything that needs to go, anything that's unlike the love, anything that's holding you back, that's being a barrier for you. Just release it out. Let it go up to the universe to be transmuted into positive energy. And then one more deep breath in. Let's really pull in love that we receive from others here. Everyone who shares the love, who shares the light, bring it right into your heart. And now let's release that love back out on the exhale. Let's send that love far and wide. Let's send it all over Mother Gaia, every inhabitant, whether it be human, animal, the plants, the trees, the waters. Let's send love into Mother Earth right now. Love for her to flourish, for everything to come into balance and alignment with our dear Mother Earth. And let's see that seeping down into the earth. Let's see it going right to that center, that crystalline center, and flow that love energy down into her. Because that's what we feel when we walk on Mother Gaia's back. We feel the energy from the center of Earth, that beautiful crystalline center that keeps us grounded, helps us to feel secure and safe as we walk on her back. And now let's bring that energy right up into our hearts. Let's anchor it in there. That beautiful strength coming from our mother, letting us know we're safe and we're secure. Grounding into that energy, let's now focus our energy upward. Let's open up the channel to communicate with our higher self. And as we do so, we see that love coming in from our higher self. We see the white light coming from Source, from God directly, down into our crown chakra, coming through now to the third eye, to the throat, expanding our ability to express ourselves authentically, and then anchoring into our heart, where all of that grounding energy is already residing. Let's just merge the love and the grounding energy together. And just feel how that reacts inside of your body. It's so expansive that we can't hold it inside our body. It just wants to come to the outside. It wants to flow out to others. So let's let it do that. Let's envision all of these prayer requests, everyone that's been placed in our circle today. And let's see each one in their perfection. Let's let our love flow over them, accepting each person as they are, loving them as they are, and lifting them up, asking our angels to help guide them directly to source energy, to our creator that I call God. You can call whatever name you wish. But we're asking for all these burdens to be lifted, to be surrounded in white light healing energy, and for each one to be acknowledged, and for each request to be seen and heard and answered, as only God knows the perfect answer for each situation. And then let's place each of us inside that circle, seeing each person right now step forward and let the light from God immerse over us and through us for whatever is needed inside of our human bodies, our emotional body, our mental body, and our spiritual body. just totally absorbing that white light, lifting us up. Just see yourself immersed in that light and floating with the energy of that light. And then we ask our dear Archangel Michael to release any connection that we have to the outcome of all those burdens and all those energies that we lifted forward, that we release it and let it go, knowing, having faith and trust that everything is working perfectly. Each situation has been seen and heard, and now we're left with just love. The love that we feel inside, we can give that away and it comes back. And that's what we do every day here. Every day we hold each other up and we hold with love. So just envision one person that's here today, that your energy has come in. We've seen your name, we've heard your words. Let's just hold one person tight. Hold them in your heart and say to them, I love you. And I feel that going around our circle. I feel that love energy that we're sharing, that heart hug, that beautiful, beautiful lifting up. I feel it coming right back to my heart. And my heart is so full right now, it's bringing tears. I just feel so much joy and bliss and happiness this morning. Wow, it feels good. So we have a tradition here that we've been doing every day, and it's called the heart telephone. And Jean, I know you're familiar with this tradition. And we do a count to 3 or count down from 3, ever which way you want to do it. And then we give gratitude. We say to each person that's gathered and all of those who will hear it later, we say, thank you. I love you. So Jean, would you like to lead us this morning?
Of course. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you all.
I love you all so much. Oh my gosh. I got chills. I've got love coming at me like crazy. Jean, you are amazing. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Thank you.
I am so happy that you decided to come on with us.
Oh, and I was so scared, but this has been wonderful.
Nothing to be afraid of, my darling.
No, everybody else got to come on.
You did great, and thank you. Thank you for being you, and that's all that it takes. That's all it takes. Yes. So any of you that have not let us see you in your true, authentic self on the big screen, come be with us. Come on as a co-host and just share of you. That's what we want here. We want to get to know each other. We can know so much from the comments that happen, but now we feel like we know you, Jean. We know that what you look like, what you sound like, and all of your beautiful energy that you bring forth. Thank you.
I love you all so much.
Oh my gosh, and we love you. We love you so much. What a wonderful, wonderful group. Oh, thank you, Israel. He says, beautiful work, ladies. It is. You know, when you're living your passion, it just comes out. It just happens. You can't hold it back. And that's what's with you, Jean. You can't hold back all of that beauty and all of that beautiful energy. Thank you for letting it flow out of you today.
Oh, nice. Just make my heart just burst.
Yeah. It does. I still have tears. Such a beautiful energy that happens. So our other tradition is our Deirdre, and she takes us out with the words Namaste, y'all. So we say that together at the end of the show. And before we do end, just a reminder that at Enlightened World Network, we have programming all day long. So be sure to look and catch some of the shows that are happening today. I know Diana will be at the playground at 9:30. Mira Rubin's on at 9 o'clock. We have Sharon Boyle blessing us with the sound healing with the singing bowls at 11 o'clock. And Deb Goldberg is on tonight at 5 o'clock with Divine Relationship Recovery. We have so much going on here, and we welcome you all to participate whenever you can. And I almost forgot, we chant every night at 9 o'clock. Karen Palmer and I have been doing 40 days of chanting for change. We chant 2 chants, and so that's a beautiful group that's coming in. A lot of you join us on there, and I hope you continue to do so as we do those chants together. Israel Kelly, thank you so much for being here. Rick Morrow just came in. I saw Gabby come in a little late. She said she had company. Hi, Gabby. Elizabeth Clorizo, gratitude to you for being here. Thank you all. You're absolutely beautiful. And yes, we are one. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are so connected and united. So, my darlings, I do have to go. And Jean, again, such a pleasure to have you. And I know we'll have you back, and I will look at my calendar and see when we can open this up and have a lot of us on here in the morning to just chat and have time together. So Jean, if you're ready, let's do our words from our Deirdre. Ready?
Yes.
Namaste, y'all. I love you so very much. Bye, everybody.